Hi students, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to today's section. Children, till now we have completed 4 chapters. Do you remember? First chapter, Medieval India, the Centers of Power. Second chapter, Medieval India Society, Resource and Trade. Third chapter, Kerala, the land, the rain and the people. And fourth chapter, Production Process. Today we will start the 5th chapter, The Earth, Myth and Reality. Myth means an idea or story that is believed by many people but a false belief or an idea. Let's start the chapter with a story. An ancient town in the 2nd century BC. The people are celebrating the day of the marriage procession of their prince who got married to the beautiful princess of the neighboring country. People crowded on either side of the royal path to welcome the prince. Rather than seeing the princess, all of them were curiously viewing the prince's wedding gift, a huge golden statue with human head on a horse body. But the joyful days didn't last long. The town was struck by a severe drought. To know the reason for the drought and to prescribe remedy, the king assembled all the great astrologers of the land. Their finding was that the drought was brought about by the prince's wedding gift, the golden statue. To remedy the situation, they recommended the golden statue to be thrown from the edge of the earth. Do you think they could throw the statue from the edge of the earth? For a long time, the earth was believed to be flat. The concepts related to the shape of the earth were confusing right from the ancient times. Quite often, the stories then prevalent about the shape of the earth were highly imaginative and interesting. Shape of the earth, beliefs to reality. The concept of a spherical earth was first put forward by the Greek philosopher Thales in the 7th century BCE. However, he believed that this sphere floated on water. Next, the Greek philosophers Pythagoras and Aristotle established that the earth is spherical in shape. The period saw numerous oppositions against this view. Later, Copernicus strongly supported this concept. Aryabhatta, the Indian astronomer, strongly believed the shape of the earth to be spherical and that it spins on its own imaginary axis. Years later, Magellan's voyage round the world proved that the earth is spherical. Next, Sir Isaac Newton proved that the earth is not truly spherical in shape but slightly flattened at the poles and bulged in the middle. The spherical shape of the earth, which is slightly flattened at the poles and bulged at the equator, is known as geoid. The word geoid means earth-shaped. Nowadays, the shape of the earth is quite evident from the satellite images. Can you imagine how big the earth is? The circumference of this sphere on which we live is about 40,000 kilometers. Do you know who first attempted to find out the size of the earth? Solely based on the angle of incidence of the sun's rays, Eratosthenes, the Greek philosopher, calculated the circumference of the earth to be 250,000 stadia. Stadia means the then commonly used unit for distance in Greece, which is surprisingly close to its real circumference. Remember that there was no modern means to measure the size during that period. So students, today we discussed about the concept of the spherical shape of the earth put forward by Thales, Pythagoras, Aristotle, Aryabhatta, Magellan, Copernicus and Isaac Newton. Then the unique shape of the earth is called geoid and the size of the earth. So students, I hope all of you understood today's section. We'll meet you in the next class with the continuation of this chapter. Thank you.